I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
Oh yeah, but out of many guests that come, you seem the most confident, yeah.
Yes, this beat is pop prayer, you know.
Yeah, man. So what's the gig? How are you?
Good.
We're in a podcast. We've been talking. We have to come in and be like, hey, what's up?
Literally spoke in the morning.
What?
Literally spoke in the morning.
Yeah, but not. Actually, you see this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
My guest has brought me a gift. Maradona. This is one of my idols, man. It's my hero. So I appreciate you, Priya. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
What made you get me here, though? What made you get me here? 'Cause I was gonna get it myself.
No, because you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. I was like, oh, let's give him some boost.
Hope that's in the shot, alright, is it? Yeah. So yeah, what's the crack? How's your week been, man? Leading up to this, you know you've been doing this for a while.
This week has just been.
So how's your week been?
Crazy.
Yeah. What's going on?
It's too much going on. What happened? Just a rough week, really. Loads of things going on. It's personal things and everything.
Yeah. But no, obviously don't get it like names right like that. But like, what's the get? I remember you rang me over that hefty situation. Obviously, we don't talk about, but like, is it mad? People are mad, aren't you? Like phone calls.
Like some people just feel they're really entitled. They need to get into their head and just realize not everyone's world revolves around around themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can't just call people and start saying bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Sorry.
I know what I said to you is, you know, you can course here.
Okay. Perfect.
I know it's not very, what's that, demure? It's not very demure.
It's not very demure, but I don't think
it's not very cutesy.
No, people in Dublin aren't very demure.
Yeah.
So.
But wow, I was telling you, like, obviously from the area you're from, yeah, Blanche, and obviously Tala, these areas, Clondalk, and you get people like that grow up in these environments where it's like, it's rough. Do you know what I mean? People are rough. So obviously you coming from like a background where like I look at you as like a demure, if you can say. And you're not used to someone coming there, I'm gonna blow your gaff up. Do you know what I mean? That's what people are. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Trust me, it is. So it's very different for me when someone comes and says stuff like that to me or someone I know, because I'm not really used to it. I've never been used to it.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel that it's a way to speak to a woman, really.
Yeah.
Okay,
especially a woman as well. Woman to woman, yeah.
Like, I don't think that's, like, how were you raised? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
you back yourself, though, don't you? Like,
yeah,
you because obviously your stature, you're small or whatever,
like,
but you back yourself.
Just because I'm not going to talk to you the way you speak to me does not mean I'm not going to have my own back. I'm always going to have my own back, but just not the way you do. I'm not going to go out cursing here, saying, oh, I'll blow your gaff, whatever, that kind of thing. Sorry, that's not me. That'll never be me. And I'm never going to get down to that level. Never. I have way too much respect for myself and my parents because they did not raise a woman like that. No, sorry, you can't come at me
like
with
this,
smoke.
yeah?
You can't come at me with smoke.
We're starting smoky like this, yeah? Nah, Priya, you're crazy. But now look, what was I gonna say? Leading, I want to talk first. Start off before we get into your story, yeah, because like I said, I want to get you to know you more, and obviously the people to get to know you more, or whatever. So today is about you or whatever, yeah, and obviously me chopping up and what's going on with myself or whatever. We can bounce off each other. But I want to. Do you remember the start of this friendship?
Yeah, I do. It was your live.
Was it my life? How was it my life?
Because it was after Kieran's episode, the Baddies episode. There's no Baddies in Ireland. And then you started doing the Instagram lives. Instagram lives.
Is that when you followed me?
Yeah.
No, but okay, because I remember I popped up, I swiped up. Remember you were doing some, I don't know if it was gym or whatever. I was like, oh, you look well or whatever, yeah? And you were like, yeah. Do you remember? I remember. And then you goes, oh, I know you. I said, eh?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I said, Jesus.
Yeah.
I goes, hell. Because obviously, like I said, imposter syndrome, I don't sometimes realise how far my podcast platform travels and Instagram and stuff like that. And you were like, I was like, oh, you know me and all. You were like, rare. I was like, let me be careful here before I say something bad. Screenshot. Do you know what I mean? It goes around. Kind of but that's how I was feeling, do you know what I mean? And obviously, it's blossomed into a fantastic little friendship. And I said, you know what? Obviously, you do a bit of social media stuff and ambassador for this, that, and that. I work with some brands. I said, yeah, let me get you on, chop it up, and have a conversation. But I think the peak of our friendship. Let's get this one out of the way. Let's get the laughs out of the way. Let's get. Even though it's something that shouldn't be funny because I could have died.
It's not funny. Sorry,
No,
no.
okay,
you were
laughed
not in this world. You were in a whole different like world.
No, but it's not
It
funny.
was
But you
just
laugh.
me. Yeah, well, now I have to.
All right. So obviously we spoke about the famous incident of me obviously having a seizure and passing out and stuff. Yeah, Priya's laughing already. Priya was actually in the car when this happened. Right? Priya was in the car. So obviously they've heard my kind of side of it. Let me talk about your side of it of like what happened. So
Okay, so
when we get in the car,
basically-
we're driving. Go.
Now let's start how it started.
Right,
Let's literally start. So, well, it was my birthday week, and we were gonna go out, and then you said
It was Halloween night.
No, it wasn't.
It was Halloween night.
No, it
Because I was in league slip.
It was,
It was
you're
Halloween
right,
night. I
it
was in
was.
league slip in my in-laws because obviously I was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through a bit of a madness. Obviously I've spoken on the last episode. My in-laws are pastor, so I went up to him just to talk to him or whatever.
I
On
remember
some
that.
advice and whatever, blah, blah. So obviously league slip and Blanche is close.
Yeah.
So I was like, texting you saying, oh, what's the gig? What are you up there? Blah, blah. And you were like, oh, just chilling. I'm going to go to the shisha spot.
Yeah,
So I go straight,
so-
boom. I was going to meet up with my boy Glody anyways.
I remember
So I said,
that.
let me go grab you, go to the shisha, and after I drop you, and then I'll bounce off the Glody. You get me? So then...
First of all, he got lost coming to my place. Like, I don't know how you get lost.
It's that roundabout. Took the wrong exit.
I don't know how you get lost. But
Yeah.
anyway, he comes and we're like, okay, let's just go. We go there, all of our friends are there, everything. Just chilling, talking, la-di-da-di-da. Guys, I didn't know what snus was until he took it out and put it in his mouth. I was like, why are you putting paper in your mouth? And he's like, you don't know what this is? I was
Yeah.
like, no. He's like, it's not a paper. I was like, well, it looks like a paper. And I was like, okay, fine. I was like, can you drive after this? Because you have to drop me home. He goes, yeah. I'm like, is it legal? So I started asking questions. Obviously, I didn't think much of it. Fine, whatever. Then we were like, oh, I need to go home because I work in the morning. Like, oh, come, I'll drop you. Come down. Everything's fine. Get into the car. Everything's fine. I'm on my phone doing my thing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Puts the music on. Calm. No problem. Next thing, I just hear this person holding the steering wheel and just going da 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 da. When I say it was like this, guys, I mean it was like da 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 da, and his eyes are rolled up. His eyes are rolled up, and obviously the first 30 seconds, I didn't think much of it because I know he's crazy. So I was just like, calm. He's probably just doing something. After that, I was like, okay, I kind of need to stop him because this is getting way too much. Look at him, eyes rolled up. Cars moving, by the way. Cars moving. I don't know how, what happened. I exactly don't know. This guy is just holding the steering wheel, going. I was like, if he goes any longer, it's just going to come out. Like, what's going to happen? The car, when I say I don't know anything about cars, I'm so uneducated. I'll put my hands up. I don't know where the handbrake is. I don't know how the brakes work. I don't know anything about cars, yeah? I was like, okay, fine. I can't just jump out of the car. I can't let him die. I can't let him die. That's probably
Did you pull
a
the
sin.
handbrake up at all?
No, I didn't know
So
where
the
the
g-
handbrake was.
Until my man came down, then he pulled the handbrake
Yeah,
up.
well, we had to get you out of the car, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is already like 2 minutes. Everything's going on. This guy's still shaking. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Now, if you know Cool Mine Industrial Estate, yeah, you come out. I don't know how this guy managed to like even turn around. I don't know. When we came to the exit, you know, when you're going out, there's cars coming from here. There's cars coming from here. I was like, yeah, this is me done. This is me done. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in a tracksuit in Cool Mine Industrial Estate. I was like, oh my God, this is me. This is me done. I'm like, can you wake up? Can you wake up? I'm like, okay, Priya, use your brain. Please tell me how the car stopped on its own. I don't know. It just stopped at the exit. If we would have gone any further than that, it would have been like we would have been done, completely done. Fine, calm. I'm trying to think, what can I do? I called my friends. None of them answered. First of all, they didn't answer. I was like, oh my God. Then I called them again. All of their phones were on D&D. I didn't think much of it. They come down and they're like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. He's dying. He's having a seizure attack. And at this time, by the way, he's still going on.
So
on.
I was still shaking, wasn't I?
You went
The
on for
whole
like
time I
5
was shaking.
minutes.
5 minutes. Fuck
Eyes
it,
rolled
hell.
up. You know, horror movie, Conjuring.
Yeah.
Eyes rolled up. Man's going like this. I'm like, oh my God, I actually feel bad for the car as well. Like, steering wheel's gonna come out. Anyway, the guys come down. Everyone comes down. We're like, okay, just get him out of the car. Got you out of the car some way or the other. You're still shaking, by the way. We put you in the backseat of the car, parked the car, trying to wake you up. No, nothing's working. Tried to spill water on your face. None of that's working. Okay, guys, you know the way he says no one can slap him? 5 people have slapped him that night. 5 people. I'm so sorry to say this to you, but 5 people slapped him.
Do you know when you told me
trying to
that
wake
the other
him up.
day? Yeah, I was so pissed off because you've never. Obviously,
No, you know, I didn't want to hurt your ego. But see, my best friend, yeah, she doesn't care. She'll be like, oh, Priya, just fucking say it. And she goes, you do realize we've slapped you. And she was the one who slapped you so hard. I even looked at her, I was like, man, if he's not dead, he's gonna die of that slap. Like, stop.
5 years
It
slap.
was so...
Do you know when you guys told me, obviously we were on the phone, like me, you, and Iman, we're on the phone. That's our best mate. And when you go, because you've never told me that, we've obviously spoken about this, and we're like, oh, we're going to talk about this on the pod.
How am I going to tell a person I've slapped you along with 4 other people?
That is crazy.
Well,
I was so pissed off. Yeah, I was so pissed off though. 5 slaps and I still didn't wake up. And the funny part...
No, that's 5 people.
Yeah.
There are at least 50 slaps. Let me just say that. At least 50 slaps.
And then the best part was when you told me, we've discussed it here with the lads as well, it's like, someone told me,
guys, so the question was, there were 3 guys and 2 girls, yeah? Now bear this in mind, 2 of them were in a relationship, so the single people are me and the 2 other guys. I was like, in my head, I'm like, think about the ways how you can like bring a person back to life. CPR. Who's going to give him CPR?
Wait, but you just said there, yeah? 3 of them are in relationship. What's relationship got to do with...
No, 2 of them were in relationship.
I know, but what's the relationship got to do with trying to save someone's life?
Why are they going to kiss you if they're in a relationship?
You're trying to save someone's life, though. What's that? What's it got to do with being in a relationship?
There's 3 other options. There's literally 3 other options. Why would the 2 people in relationship kiss you? Why is
it's not kissing,
there?
it's resuscitating.
No, it is kissing. Come on.
It's not kissing.
It is kissing.
It's blown into the mouth. Pause.
No. It's the lips, it's the lips in the
it's
person.
It's not lip, bro.
It is.
Okay, you definitely didn't do any CPR training.
No, I'm not doing it.
It's 10 breaths or something like that, and, and it's compressions.
Are you not that close to a person, though?
Huh?
Are you not that close to a person?
But that's not... You're not putting your... You're not using your tongue.
Bro, no. Are you... Okay, we talked about this, yeah? Are you going to give another man CPR if he was dying? No, you won't. See? Why? Because it's technically lip sync.
It's not lip sync.
It is. It is. See, you could even say, yeah. The man's dying. Now, if that was a girl, you'd be like, ah, come here.
I'm not going to rat, yeah? But it wasn't me that said that. I didn't answer the question. I didn't say that.
No, but would you not agree
with
that?
If a man was there dying on the floor, like, he's dead, isn't he? He's dead. I'm not fucking... But it's not lip sync, though. You're not lip sync.
It is lip sync.
I've done CPR training before with my first course.
So why aren't you saving a man then?
What?
Why aren't you saving the dying
obviously
man?
jokes. Like, obviously, if it's there, so, like, if he's not, like, flatline gone, and that's what you have to do, I'll do it. But I'm not going in there using
Are you sure?
tongue.
Would you do it? Are you sure? Are you just saying it?
They're in a relationship. What's that got to do with that? So I literally, basically that day, yeah, this is what I said this to John last episode, and I'm being deadly serious, yeah. I really, like, this is, it strengthens my faith in God, because I could have died.
Oh, you
literally. And then when it comes to, imagine I did need CPR. Man, I thinking that I cheating on that board on that fucking fella, because they need to.
There were 3 other people, don't worry, we would have saved you.
Yeah?
There were 3 other people.
Yeah, then, do you know when I woke up then, obviously, because, how did you then...
Oh, you didn't wake up for like an hour.
How did you get into my phone? Did you put my phone on my face?
Yeah, I opened your eyes like this.
Did you?
What am I going to do?
Because I remember waking up, Glody was there all of a sudden, because then you started contacting Glody then, yeah?
I called him, I was like, hello? Are you not supposed to see him? He's like, yeah, where is he? I was like, I think he's like on the way to dying. He's like, what the hell? Then I told him the whole story. But at this point, before the slaps happened,
you were an idiot. You are an idiot.
Before the slaps happened, the 50 slaps. We're trying to wake him up, yeah? Trying to say things. None of that. None of that. Man eventually wakes up and he goes, where am I?
You were a dope. You were a clown. You were. I swear on me, Mars, if you were a dope.
The way you're rubbing your eyes as well.
You were a clown.
He goes, why is there water on my top?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like, are you serious? You don't remember anything? He's like, no. Where am I? I was like, Blanche. Why am I in Blanche? I'm like, do you not remember anything? He goes, no. Then eventually he wakes up. He's like, I'll drive home. I was like, are you tapped? How are you going to drive like that? He's like, no, I'll drive home. I'm like, you can't. Then I called your friend. At that time, he was already there, I think.
Oh, so he wasn't there yet when I woke up and I was like, I didn't know where I was.
he was on his way.
Right.
He was on his way. He goes, yeah, I'll come down, whatever. He comes down. He's like, what happened? Have you been drinking? I'm like, not in front of me anyway. Did you drink that day?
No, I didn't drink. I can't. In my in-laws, there's no drinking, bro. There's no, like, he will not. Even when I was living there for a couple of months, I like to have, yourself, little red wine on a Friday. You know what I mean? Calm the week down, rough week in the office and all. And no, can't, like, only time I drink is if I headed out. But that day I only had snus. Do you get me? I think that was a defective piece.
What? this.
What's the effect? Do you see these big? What's the effective mean?
Maybe like they didn't put the perfect ingredients in it. I don't
No,
know. How do you make it?
No, I don't
Like,
even
I don't
know. I don't even know. But like, I remember even giving him that whole pack after that. I was like, great, whatever. But the only crazy thing about that is obviously after that, then Glody then went to his gaff, obviously in his car, and it was just like, what was it like? Would have been like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
No.
What time was it?
It started at around like 1 o'clock. I'd say you were there like, I think you went around like 2:30.
2:30, yeah. So I was
Yeah.
in his gaff anyway. Stayed in the spare room. Another crazy thing about that is obviously I woke up in the morning, so obviously I always have to drop my son to my ma's, as I've said many a times. It's my ma or my brothers or my sisters, they take care of my son for us to have like obviously both of us walking. And I remember another crazy thing about that is so he then I had to like I was getting a phone call, yeah, where are you? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, need you here, I'm going to walk. So I literally Claudia went back to the industrial estate, got in the car and I drove home on the M50 after that. That could have been collapsed. Imagine that had been an extra episode. I know people are gonna watch this. Oh, you're a stupid tick. But that's the truth. I drove home, right? Obviously explained to her what the gig was, what happened, passed out, this, that, and that. I remember saying to me ma as well. I told me ma was like, go to the hospital. What you doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
So then I was just thinking, you know, I was like, go there now, A&E. I'm gonna be there for fucking years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, ma was like, nah, she was adamant, go. Like, I don't know if I spoke to my sister or not. Because I remember, I don't know, someone really said to me, no, you need to go to the hospital. So I remember I went in, checked myself in. Was there for hours, went into the triage nurse. They checked me, this, that, and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I was in there for too long. But then I went home then. Then my ma was like, what are you doing? Go back in there, whatever, blah, blah. So I went in. This is 2 weeks before my show, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I remember
My show was in
that,
November. That happened in October. And then I remember I went in. I said, well, let me go in. I sat there for ages, hours and hours and hours. Done some blood tests, they ran some tests on me, checks, blah, blah, and they're like, right, we're going to keep you in. So I think they kept me in for like 3 days. I got all these, what's the brain scans that they do? It was neurology, is it? No, it wasn't a C scan. Something to do with, it's a brain scan anyways, they were doing all that, blah, blah. Tests come back there after a couple of days, they were like, right, you have epilepsy.
Wait, I don't think you understood the seriousness of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
and I was like, yeah, so what, like, that clear after a few days? Like, what's the gig? Like, after a few, he's like, nah, you have it for life. I was like, for life? And he's like, yeah, you have to be on medication for the rest of your life. Like, I was like, just obviously to stop it from happening and stuff. So I took them meds for about a week.
You don't take them anymore?
Well, I took them for a week. I know my sister watched this, she's gonna go absolutely ape shit. Yeah, I took them for about a week. I was like, and my ma, you know, my ma's funny. Like, she's just one of them. Like, she's proper. Like I see where I get my my faith in and my prayer life in. And obviously through me ma, she's proper. Like, you go with me ma. Like, she up at 5 a.m. on this conference call to these pastors and other women that or men that go on these things, constantly praying and. She's at home constantly reading her Bible and she's always in it. Jimmy, she's just like, nah, she doesn't believe like the doctors. This is, you don't have this, blah blah. You're not sick or whatever, blah blah. She even paid money. Right? I tell you, there's 5 bills to this pastor in fucking the back areas of Congo to like pray for me and stuff and this, that, and that, blah blah blah. It's like proper serious. Like, you know, she feels like that. It's a misdiagnosis, if that is even a word. So look, I don't know. Nothing has happened since. I've been flying on the snooze as well.
Lie, it was definitely a mum's prayer that saved your life. That
yeah, no, I do believe. I always say that I believe all of us. Like, none of us have like, well, apart from obviously me being diagnosed, none of us have like any illnesses. We're all like pretty much healthy. 6 of us, you know, like, I think the youngest one's going 16 this year, so she's reared like 6. I do believe our prayers have protected her over all these years. You know what I mean? Like, so nah, look, I'm fresh now. Do you know what I mean? Like, mentally, like, even like where I was at that time, like, it was work, it was relationships, it was probably even stuff with my daughter that I've spoken about that's been heavy. But obviously, that's coming to, I believe it's coming to the end of that tail. Because even before I came here, I was with her, chopping up with her and stuff like that. So things are improving on that aspect. So, but yeah, no, it was a mad time. So
why do you still do snooze?
Well, do you know what it is? I'm a person that is
slow.
This is why I love my friends. We can talk to each other anyhow. Slow, I'll slap you.
You can. I wanted you to do it.
Do you know what it is? It helps me calm, de-stress.
Why don't you do meditation? Just sit down there without your phone.
Fuck that. No, this just like,
You know, that's an easy escape.
Yeah.
You need a long-term, like, way of calming your nerves
Just put
down.
you on a little buzz that was just like, because look, you're in my private story, yeah? So you know the buzz. I don't want to, he's your fellow countryman. We're going to get into your story now in a minute, but he's your fellow countryman and all, but that fella, man, I swear to God. Like, I'm still in the job, so I'm not even going to talk about that too tough, but it's just like that. Because now, like, I don't even work from home anymore. Like, I'm in the office 5 days. You do 5 days as well. You know how tough it is. You have to get 2 buses from Blanchard to town, do you?
No, just one.
Just the 1 bus, yeah? You know what I mean? Like, so, and then obviously the stress of the kids and stuff, and it's just something that just calms me down, me my own world for about 15, 20 minutes. Some buzz. Do you know what I mean? Just, yeah, that's what
Would you not just go to sleep if you want to calm yourself down?
I'm a bad sleeper. Like, I clock out at like 3 a.m. That's when my body shuts. That's when I get tired.
How many hours?
See the way,
do you
like,
sleep?
I'd be on the phone to you or whatever, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to sleep. Like, you go off to sleep like 8:30, like you're a fucking 2-year-old. 9:30.
9:30, 10.
Like, I can't.
I need
I'll be
my
up.
beauty sleep.
Yeah, what?
I need my beauty sleep.
I hear that,
sorry.
but I can't. You get me? Like, my body, I start getting tired around 3 a.m.
But I wake up at 6 every morning, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing.
Yeah, so.
Sometimes it used to be 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
The winter time, because I used to go gym in the morning and then work right
Yeah,
after.
what happened to that actually, Jim? What happened to that? Your walks and all you used to do, what happened to that?
Runs.
Runs, whatever. What happened to
Runs
that?
still happen here and there.
Which run? Because you used to document everything. Which run are you doing? You used to be running your
just
mouth.
don't-
You don't run anywhere.
I just don't document it anymore.
You don't document anymore.
I used to run a lot, guys. Not
But yeah, so
anymore.
now that's what I feel like. That's when we start getting proper close then as well. When that all that happens.
You're like, are you running again? Then he goes, who are you running from? It's like humans.
So no, I appreciate it. But now look, episode 2, season 7, boys and girls. Literally, I'm shooting this the day after episode 1, so we're flat. I'm shooting again tonight at the time we're recording. So we're hitting this flat, and I got a good friend of mine in the building, Madame Priya.
Hey,
In the
guys.
building, social media. What can we call you? Like what? Social media influencer? Like what? What can we call you?
Creator.
Content creator. Avi? But we'll get into that. So, obviously, born in India.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd be the first kind of like Indian person I've had on the podcast. I wanna know a bit more about obviously growing up there as a child. 'Cause obviously we have these as black people. I've told you this, and we'll get into that relationships and all that blah blah, and how Indian people feel about black people and stuff. But I want to talk to you about your story, young girl in India. What was it like growing up, and what area did you grow up in? Like, if you can explain. Were you born in the capital or?
No, I wasn't.
Somewhere else.
We used to travel a lot around India, though. So I'm from the north of India, from Rajasthan. But we don't live there. We live near Mumbai. It's beautiful, really. From what I remember from my childhood.
Scorching.
Oh, it's really hot.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
yeah.
But the thing is, we never spent summer in India, really.
Okay.
We used to travel, Europe. We used to travel a lot. My dad owns a travel agency, so we used to travel every summer, that kind of thing. But I feel like India is such a beautiful country. Like, it's beautiful from all the paths that I have been to, and we have such a strong culture. It's people are good, and they want to be. Most of them are good, but again, there's parts of India as well. There's like, I'm sure you know what's going on right now with the biggest rape case and everything. But that's just some of the people. I just feel like overall, like the only bad things that come out like all over Europe or like America and everything, it's just like, oh, it's not a person raped in India and everything. I understand, like, that's a big thing. Like, even I'm a girl. Like, I lived in India, and my dad and my brother is younger than me. They have protected me my whole life. I left India, like, moved out of my own house when I was 17, moved to Ireland, whatever. Even to this date, my dad will make sure I'm okay every single day. Every single day. There was one stage, me and my brother both had drivers going around anywhere just because my dad would know that we're okay, kind of thing. He's a parent. He's lost one child before me. My older brother passed away in a car crash with my uncle and auntie. I'm the second child. My younger brother is the third one. Obviously, they wanted to protect us our whole life. And obviously, they know the ins and out of our country. And my dad, oh my God, he loves India. The same way I am so proud to be an Indian person. So proud. I love my country. I love everything about it except for some parts, as I'd say any other country would have. I just feel like the media just flashes out the bad parts of India, that kind of thing. It's amazing, though. I loved growing up in India. I really did. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Let's don't unpack there, but I want to start off like just you, just to gauge you a bit better, and obviously even you sharing. I never You've never told me about your older. I thought you were the oldest in your family.
No, I
What,
have
like
an
so?
older brother.
Yeah. So what? How was that played in your mental? Obviously, with like, what age were you when you
I
were you
wasn't
not born?
born,
You
no.
weren't born, so you never even knew him.
No, I didn't know him. So that was my mom and dad's first child.
Okay.
My mom had him when she was 21.
Right.
He passed away when he was 3.5 years old.
Yeah.
And he died in 1998. I was born in 99. And obviously, think about this. I told my mom that I want to go out. I want to go out, study somewhere else. I want to explore the world. First thing they're going to think, the first child they let go, they never used to let him go anywhere with anyone. But that day they did. Next thing they found that, like the next day they found the dead body. You know, that kind of thing. Like, I'm so proud to be their daughter. Like, my pride in them is like above, and like, be honest, insane. Like, for them to then let their wishes be aside and let me and my brother go whatever we wanted to do in every single thing. You'll never find Indian parents like that. You'll never do. Like, never. And we had such a small bubble. Anywhere we'd go, it'll be me and my brother, me and Raj. We'll literally go anywhere together. And mom and me, like, we're literally like this. Dad and me as well. I'd be like, oh, Dad, I want to go on a walk after dinner. He'd be like, okay, let's go. We'll go get ice cream. We'll come back. Like, four of us, we're just so tight. And I just feel like I never saw the bad sides of India that way. You know, that kind of thing, or like around me. Yeah, there were things happening here and there, but like, I just feel like I'm so protected. Even till this date, I'm 24 years old. That is like just one phone call, whatever you need, whatever. The man has spoken to me my whole life, my princess, my angel, my child, does not speak to me any other way. Same with my brother. He's younger than me. You know, that kind of thing.
Because I know you, I now understand your standards when it comes to, look, I don't really do relationship conversations on this podcast, so I feel like obviously not just here in the country, but like other pods, this, but just me knowing you as a person, and obviously how you speak as well, your standards of like how a man should treat you, it stems from how your dad and your brother treats you. It's like
100%.
It's princess treatment, it's this, that, and that, and obviously you're the same way like that as well, because obviously I'm going to get into it, how much you love your boyfriend, and I see that, because that love, no, because it's how you're taught love, do you get me? Because that's where like, even like they always say, like a daughter's first love is her dad, do you get me? And you can clearly see that, do you know what I mean? And it's obviously me, I spoke to John last episode, it's like when you're growing up, when you're raising a kid, people think like when you have a child, the hard part is the 4 a.m. getting up, doing the bottle, the knife feed, the changing nappies, or they're crying all the time. That's nothing.
That's nothing.
The level when they hit 10 to like into their teen years, it's when now you're teaching them life, blah, blah. And then also, obviously, you're going to one day, like you said, obviously your parents have let you go into the world as into study and stuff like that, but one day you're going to go into a man's arms, like in the sense of marriage and stuff like that. But and that's the same with me. Like, I'm going to let my daughter go to a man one day as well. He's going to come take my daughter. It's like, she needs to be taught love, do you get me? And that's gonna come from, so yeah, I obviously getting to know now the standard and why it's so like that, because it comes from your parents, you know what I mean? But talk to me about like a little bit about school. What were you like in school? Were you always like, see the way I know you as a chatty person, confident person,
Yeah.
What were you like in school?
I was so
what was
smart.
school like?
I was too smart. Like, I was so clever. Like, my mom and dad used to tell me, okay, it's time to go to bed. I'd be like, no, I have to study, I have to be like the best kind of thing. I always had to be the best. I was a little bit of mean girl as well, a few years.
Chat to me about that. I don't know you as a mean girl. Well, you have a mean streak in you. You can, when it comes to chatting shit, you will chat shit. Do you know what I mean?
But I wouldn't chat shit if it's just on my name. Talk about someone I love, then yeah, it's done. Then you'll probably see the real side of me. My family, my boyfriend, my best friends, no. You don't mess with that. That kind of thing. That's where I draw the line. You know, there's boundaries. I don't speak to one of my closest friends anymore because of something they said about someone I love. I don't mess with that.
We'll get to that. I know you want to talk your shit. We'll get to that. But school, so you were academic, you were smart. But talk to me about the school. So what way does it go? Like in what age would you have started school at? Like 5, 6?
3.
3.
You go to like play school.
Like play school first, and then like
it's like nursery. Then you go to junior, senior, and then you start. So basically in India, it's like the first standard to the 10th. So it's like first class to the 10th class. The 10th class is mostly like, what do you call it, your leaving cert kind of thing. Then you go into junior college. You study for 2 years, and after that you do your level 8.
Okay.
So I did my schooling there, like completely. And then I started doing my level 8 here.
So what's the education system like in India? Is it good? Is it like,
it is amazing.
What is it top, yeah? Because
people
do travel over there for school, though, ain't they?
Yeah,
People do travel for
I think
school.
I've got dumb since I moved to Ireland. No, I'm not even joking. When I was in college, when I say I was like, I think I had 2 exams for 3 years. How are you giving me 2 exams for 3 years? That's not okay. 3 years. I got a first class. I don't even think I deserve the first class. But when I moved, I was like...
So you said since you came to Ireland, you're not intelligent?
No.
Sorry, go on, sorry.
No, I just feel like I don't use my brain anymore. In college, I didn't use it. Even though I was studying like journalism and media, that's what I studied. But like, I just feel like you have to use your brain to write articles and stuff like that. It was just too easy. I feel like, yeah, I just feel like I did all of that in high school. Forget about like junior college. I did that in high school. So I don't know. I think the schooling system in India is really, really good. And I went to private school.
So you went to private school?
Yeah, I went to private.
So what was the decision behind that? Why didn't you not go to like public school? Why did you go to private school?
Dad.
Your dad, yeah? He was like, nah, fuck that, mate. She's my princess. I'm not putting her in there with all them peasants.
We don't say stuff like that.
So what was private school like?
Really good, actually. We went to Catholic school.
It's bougie.
Yeah. Dad went to a Catholic school.
So it's all the rich kids go there?
Yeah.
So you have money, Abby. Chanel bag. What's the glasses? What's the glasses today? What you pull up in?
Gucci.
Gucci. I love Priya, man. This girl's bougie, man. I love it. I love it. But go ahead, guys. So it's where all the rich kids go. But see, with like, obviously, we talk about like obviously people that have money and stuff like that. Yeah, they're so like, you know, they look down on people and that, blah blah. But you're not like that. You're very humble. Do you get me?
Because I was never taught to be like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Every
it's
year,
your parents. Yeah.
on our birthdays, Dad would bring us to like the poor places. He'll be like, okay, you're getting another life. You need to do something good. We'd go to orphanages. Dad will get food prepared and everything for them. He'd be like, we need to go and give these children something that they're gonna like, because you're gonna have food today. We'll go out after to get food. You're not gonna appreciate it the same way they will. Like after we used to go there, see what these children, they don't have they don't have their mom and dad. They don't have they only have each other. They don't have anything. And like Dad used to always do that. Dad will bring us to the homeless shelters. Like, you need to look at this from a very, very young age. And that's why I think even me and my brother, we are so humble. So humble, no matter what. And I'm the kind of person, I can vouch for my whole family. We're the kind of people, we would have one penny left. If you need it, we'll give it to you. With that kind of people. Like, that's how I was raised. No matter what, like, I'm never going to look down on people because I'm walking with designer in my hand. No. That's nothing. That's nothing. If you don't have a good heart, you can walk around with all of that bullshit. It's never going to count at all. That's how they raised me and my brother as well.
No, I can vouch for you as well, because I remember, obviously, I spoke about on the last episode. It's like, obviously, you know the situation. I've been in work and I've been jobless for 3 weeks. I know we always remember when we'll get into your joblessness as well.
I was jobless for 2 months.
We'd ring each other. I'd be like, jobless.
Yeah, we just scream
we
like
laughing.
that.
We did. Tiago's jumping around. Both of us are just jobless. But I remember I said to you, like, the situation is like obviously we get paid every end of the month, and it's like, obviously I've been off for like 3 weeks. It'll be a month now I've been out of work. So they told me, like, I thought, like, obviously we work a back month.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, because I worked the month of July, August I'll be grand, September I'm fucked. Do you get me? So I always had that at the back of my mind. But then obviously I'm talking to my manager. I'm like, yeah, look, I'm going in now to sort this out. Going to come back to work on Monday. What's the gig with pay and all? They're like, yeah, they're not paying you. Like, you'll get it in September. Do you get me? I'm thinking, yeah, am I? Yeah, maintenance and all to pay, paying card insurance, fucking insurance for what else? Yeah, my own little bills in the gaff. He's starting school. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that's all a pattern. But I was just thinking, yeah, I remember saying to you on the phone, you're like, Dongo, look, if you need any help, blah blah, like, I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? Like, so fair play to you and thank you for that, but I'll be all right. My currency these days, God will provide. Yeah, no, do you know what? I stored on the last episode as well. Do you know what? It's just I'm rusty. I'm rusty. I'm DJ. It was Mackie yesterday. Today is DJ Jesse. I don't care. This is raw. I don't give a fuck. But obviously, look, I know your Insta handle is Priya in Dublin, yeah?
Yeah.
But before, I know that you were in Australia before. Yeah? So chat to me about that. So what like, when you said you were moving, why Australia?
Oh, it's because of my dad, really.
Right.
Like, mum and dad, really. Again, I told you earlier as well, we used to travel quite a lot. And again, my dad owns a travel agency. So, like, it's good to go meet people they're working with as well.
Yeah.
Like people he'd associate with kind of thing. They'd have like their, I don't know, conferences and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and my dad's not the kind of person, he'll be like, oh, okay, I have to travel, I'm going to leave my family behind. He doesn't do that. He'll be like, okay, if we're going, all 4 of us are going kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I've been traveling. I'm on my 5th passport right now. I've been traveling since the age of 2, and Raj has been traveling since the age of...
Traveling as just visiting countries or living?
Visiting and living as well.
Right, so where else have you, like, I know about Australia.
Been to Hong Kong, Macau, Dubai, most of Europe. London's just next door neighbor. Nepal. Where else have we been? Singapore. We used to go on cruises as well. Once.
Money! Jeez!
He's worked very hard. My
Yeah.
dad has a very,
Yeah.
very inspiring story. He's worked very hard for where he is at today. The kind of thing.
So then, obviously, so when did you move to Ireland then?
When I was 17.
Oh, 17 you said, yeah. So
Yeah.
what year was that?
2017?
2016.
2016.
2016. So what, like, obviously, because obviously you've been around the world, you're going to Hong Kong, Dubai, blah, blah. So what made you say, right, I'm moving to Ireland? What was the gig with
I
that?
feel like I've always lived in like bigger countries, and I was like, oh, I just want to go to like a small island. I was like, okay, if I want to move after that, I can just move to England because that's where I really want to move to, kind of thing. And then I was like, okay, fine, just come here, kind of thing. I came here, I was like, what's this place? I actually really liked it for the first 2 years. I can literally say this. I love Irish people so much. They're so kind. They're literally, some of them
Except in Kulak, they say no.
they hate us.
They don't
They
want,
hate
they
us
don't
so
want us.
much.
Kulak says no. But yeah, go on, go ahead.
I really liked it here. Like, I really, really do. And I've never had any sort of, like, racist comments, any sort of, like, I've never faced racism until this year. Start of this year.
Are we
I
gonna get
really
into that?
did. I told you about that.
No, what, are we gonna, on camera?
Nah. I've never faced racism, but I did under
Yeah, no,
recently.
that
But
one's
just,
it's a madness, that one
no,
is,
I think
yeah.
that would fuck someone's mental so bad.
Yeah, that one's a madness. But now, listen,
So bad.
well, if you want to get into it, you can get into it. If not, whatever, we move on. But now, I want to, because obviously you've moved around though, yeah? So, but what has made you kind of like make this kind of, obviously you've been here since 2017, yeah? Make this home, like, so, like, what about
It just
Ireland?
feels home now.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
feels comfortable. And I do know, like, I do need to get out of my own comfort zone as well if
Yeah.
I do want to move somewhere else. But I just feel like at this particular moment in my life, I need to be here. All of my friends are here, my boyfriend's here. And I know he's not the kind of person who'll be like, if I want to move somewhere else tomorrow, he's not going to be like, oh, no, babe, like, how are we going to do long distance? He's never going to be like that. He's so supportive of everything I do. But again, at this time, Ireland is where I want to be.
Yeah, because like I remember, you know, speaking to you and stuff. You were obviously saying you travel around and blah blah, and it's like you said about Irish people as well. They are like, I know I said the Kulak stuff and I joke around or whatever. And I have this new way when I close the pod. It's like Kulak says no, just watch out there. But for the most part, no, Ireland is a welcoming place. I've like obviously growing up here, going to school. Like my teachers, like basically you spend most of your time in school. Do you get me? Like, and these are the ones that taught me like English and.
Oh, wait,
Basically
did you not speak English before?
What?
Did you not speak
No,
English?
obviously when I came here, like my English wasn't great.
Really?
No, like when I was a kid, like when I was 4 years old, when I came here. Do you get me? So.
Do you not
being in
speak
school-
English since you're born? Do you not speak English since
No,
you're born?
I'm fucking Congolese.
Really?
Growing up, I was speaking Lingala and French, like, yeah. No, going to school, I mean, like, yo, you teach you, like,
Yeah.
English proper, like, no, they're educating me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the little big words that come out of this podcast sometimes from school, do you get me? So, like, my vocabulary is stuck in Tala, do you get me? Like, but sometimes these big words I remember, like, the word camaraderie, like, do you know what that means? Yeah, you see now. Thank you. It means togetherness, do you get me? We have
Who
good
said
camaraderie.
that?
What?
Who said that?
What?
Who used that word?
I use that word.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never heard you say
If
that.
I hear, that's what I'm saying. No, because I don't, bro, I'm from ends. I don't use big fat words. You get me? But sometimes like the words like that I was taught in school. Do you get me? I remember Billy Bourne. Shout out Billy. He was one of my teammates' father. He was like, you used to have good camaraderie in this team. It was me, Shane, and Ryan. We used to go together. He used to pick us up. We go together. Do you get me? I knew that word from school because we were taught it's togetherness. Do you get me? We have good camaraderie together. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that demure word. Fuck that word. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What? What word?
demure.
What did you say before?
Demure.
No, you didn't say
I don't even, you didn't know English. Of course I didn't. Like, I grew up in school, I got taught in school to learn blah blah. And obviously, like I said, teammates, I've had coaches, I've had lads. Even I remember I was struggling in 2017 to get a job. Do you know what I mean? Like I was in and out of jobs, but I remember I was struggling for 6 months. I was on the scratch. Do you get me? The scratch is the dole, social welfare. And I was on there for ages. Adam Kelly, Conor Matney, they were working in Labrooks. I went in, I was doing the interview, blah, blah. As soon as I mentioned the boys' name, I knew the boys, blah, blah. The area manager's always lit up because they're a good worker. She likes them. They'll go, if you're Adam's and Connor's mate, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you must be all right yourself. Do you know what I mean? Got the job because of the boys. And they put in a good word as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you get people that are very good, but then obviously you get that side where we're seeing now. It's like this, that. So I hear the argument a little bit, and in the next episode, I'm going to get someone on that's going to have the opinion of, not strongly adapt, but he hears them. I don't hear them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't hear you. Like, because not like we've come into the country, you go in, you work, you pay your taxes. I've come into the country, me mom, me dad, pay their taxes. Some people who have done stuff. There's people here that I know got education, that are doing mad stuff. People that have opened businesses, that have contributed to society. You never know. Some of these people that are coming in could do that also. Do you get me? Or Ireland is. Who told you Ireland? Who gave you the numbers? When did you start paying rent in Ireland, telling people, oh, it's too full? Who told you that? Going around filming where people live and all. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with some people? Yeah, it's not your job to do that. Unless, obviously, if they're the way there has been some incidents where people have been attacked or whatever, fair enough. That's your family member, it's your children or whatever, blah, blah, fair enough. But don't be like when these people are there, wherever they're situated, blah, 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 you're going there, you're filming where they're living.
I feel very entitled now.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's my issue. My issue with, of course, like, I don't want, like, one day, because my daughter, like, I spoke to her the other day, like I said, like, she has the freedom of the fucking city. She walks around, blah, blah, and I don't like that because, like, obviously what's going on. Obviously, I'll be the first one to be, like, getting the knives out if someone attacked my daughter or harm my children or whatever. And I hear that. But I'm not going to be like, because it happened down there, blah, blah, this, that, and that, I'm going to go around now, like, oh, look, these where these men are living, blah. That could be an innocent person that's just coming here for a better life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's my argument with that. But look,
I just feel like that's completely wrong, though.
We're flying off the fucking handle here. But no, back into you, right? So obviously, you do a bit of social media and stuff like that. So was that from childhood? Well, like, what did you want to do? Like, obviously academic and all that, but is this something that you always wanted to do, or did you fall into it? So how did you get into doing, like, content creating and stuff?
I always loved fashion. Okay. So I just knew I wanted to do something in fashion. I wanted to do influencing started, like, I'd say when I was like 19, 20. But I was in a toxic relationship at that time and I wasn't really supported. And it was just like, oh, if you do this, if you do that, then you're out kind of thing, you know? So anyway, I still started. I was like, I didn't really care. So
the fella, and it leads me, this is where I wanted to go with this relationship talk, where we get a lot, obviously, I don't think now, since I've been back, I don't think last season I did it, but I remember on Instagram, so I remember I'd be on TikTok, Instagram, and just having two conversations, right? And a lot of Congolese girls don't really mess with Congolese men, right? So obviously, you have that kind of way with Indian men as well, where you think they're weird. I just feel like the mentality, I just don't like it. Yeah, so what is the mentality with Indian men? And like, they just feel like they're entitled to say whatever a woman's going to do. I'm sorry, my dad doesn't tell me what to do. Do you think a man's going to tell me what to do? No, wrong person. I'm not going to waste time there. Why would I waste time when I know what they're like? No, thanks. But then did you feel then, obviously the lad you were, like, the toxic relationship was an Irish person, yeah? So obviously when you got with him, blah, blah, and you say, like, when you were talking about doing the influence stuff, wasn't supportive, do you feel like that just parallels some similar to what you would experience with an Indian person, yeah? So what was that like, going through that? Like, obviously... That was horrible. Yeah. And do you know the worst thing was, it was peak COVID. I don't even want to give it screen time. I'm going to cut it very short. It was during COVID time. My mum was diagnosed with cancer. I wasn't able to travel back home. My brother nearly died because of some of the health conditions. We had to get him a private jet to fly him back and stuff like that. All of that was going on. What I was told in that the only person I had at that time was him. No matter what I was going through, there was arguments every day and everything. I was trauma bond. And in my head, after everything, lockdown and everything, 2 years, I was inside, not doing anything. I can't travel back home. My mom is going through all of this. I can't see her. I can't see my brother. I can't do anything. My dad's doing everything on his own kind of thing. Like, I had the guilt every single day. And the only person I had then was him. And you wasn't supportive whatsoever? I did not care what he said. I was like, okay, I'll just close my eyes and be like, okay, whatever you say. And obviously, when, like, the restrictions were lifted and everything, and I'm going out, I'm doing my work, and I'm like, Priya, what you're doing is messed up. You do know your dad's never going to treat you like that.
at that stage, I was what, 20? My dad, my whole life, whatever I've asked, he'd be like, he'll give me his advice, 100%. But he'll be like, if you want to do it, go ahead, do it. And then he's like, after that, we'll see what we need to do. Man's literally controlling my life. It was so horrible. Oh my God, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. I promise it, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Eventually, I got out of it and whatever. And then I just feel like last 2 years, I really took time to build myself back up and be where I am today, that kind of thing. And to understand the fact that what I went through, I'm never going to let any of the people I know go through the same thing. If someone comes to me with that, do you know what you say? My nana used to say this thing to me all the time. She's like, if you're on a train and if you know you are on the wrong train kind of thing, but the train started moving, get off the first stop. Why are you waiting to get at the last stop? Journey back is going to be expensive. Do you deep that?
Yeah, no, I'm deep in that. That's not flowing over my head. I'm
You know?
deep in that. Yeah,
So
100%.
I should have got down the first time. Shit went sideways. But I didn't.
Because the longer you're going, the further you have to.
And it caused
that's
me,
an analogy.
It caused me so much damage mentally. And I was at a stage where I was like, I can't even talk to anyone about this. I can't, because I was just so ashamed to talk about it. And no one else did that. I allowed it to happen. So I'm not going to blame him. I allowed it to happen. So there's no one else to blame here except for me. But anyway, I'm out of that. And I'm at a place where I'm really happy with my life. But I'm not going to lie. The trauma from that shit, like, it's still by my side kind of thing. No
Do you think it affects, I think we had this conversation.
It does affect me.
We had this conversation a while ago, like when obviously stuff was happening like in your current relationship, and it's like little things like where you feel like you shouldn't even be snapping, but it's the trauma from before.
Yeah.
It's reminders of before. Is that why you're carrying it here? Remember
Yeah.
you're having that conversation? Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to like gas my boyfriend here at all.
You
like,
gas him.
Not too much. Don't
No,
want this
gas
to
him.
No, don't want this
Are you
to get-
stupid? Gas
But
him.
like, that man is so understanding. Like, anything I'll go
He's
to
a black
him.
man, by the way.
He is.
Kind of good side.
And he's a loyal one. He's a loyal one.
Yeah.
I can go to him and be like, this is what's bothering me. This is what's happening. He'll be like, okay. Well, sometimes he does get annoyed, but like most of the times he'll be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I understand this and everything. And that for me is very, very important. It's very big because that's never happened before. Now that I'm here, like, and I told him, I was like, this relationship is my last relationship. I'm not doing shit after this, you know? Like, I don't have time. I'm 24. I'm gonna get married. What's this? Well, I'm just gonna go around? Nah, good, thank you. Stayed single for that, because of that reason kind of thing. So if I've decided to stay with someone, I want, not what my dad gives me, but like respect is very important. Very, very important for me. Like, it's okay. If you can't give me that, like, I can't be here. And if I'm coming to you with some issues, you need to be there to help me. You need to understand where the person's coming from. I understand you don't understand the way I think. Women are emotionally intelligent. Men aren't emotionally intelligent. And this is not even me trying to like, say women are better than men. Men aren't emotionally intelligent. Women are. So women, the way we think, men don't think that way. You have to tell a man how we think. So I have to, at times, I have to tell him, okay, your actions made me feel like this. This is what exactly happened. So can you just understand it? So, yeah. It's, no, but like, it's hard. It's not easy, okay? Being in a relationship is not easy.
Well, I think, do you know what it
is?
is? I know, you people be in your feelings too much, man.
Sorry.
Bro, allow the man them. I know, because obviously I don't know him like that, but obviously I've met him and stuff, and he reminds me kind of me. He wants to get on with his thing, but obviously sometimes you're just like, but you did this, and rare is like, yeah, I'll pattern it later, but it's like, bro, sometimes like,
Yeah, I'm the kind of person
it's
I want
long,
to talk.
man. Shut up, man. Like, go away. I'll talk about it, you know what I mean? Like,
No, but like,
I'm stressed as well, do you get me? Like,
No, well, sometimes
look, we
they
carry the
come in too
weight of
late.
we sometimes as well, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, you know what I
Do
mean?
you not think we do?
No, I know he's bleeding, dude, but like see, when it comes to, obviously, like when it comes to the part of like, I was talking to, I don't want to be giving away figures or whatever, but I was talking to obviously Kay yesterday, obviously telling me about the gig with him, you know what I mean? Like, he's like wedding this, that and that, and it's heavy. And on that day, right, when he's doing the heavy lifting, he has to make sure this and that. When the kids are, well, yeah, I know you're, like, obviously the women, like, obviously I see it myself, do you know what I mean, on a day to day. But like, at the end of the day, I'm going out there to the trenches, it's me, that's to go back and to be providing, make sure everything is in check, do you get me? That you're good. There's that as well, do you get what I'm trying to say? We're out there it's war for us. Do you know what I mean? I know you're saying we're not emotionally intelligent, but I think that's a bit unfair because we probably like just because we're men and we're told this as well. Get on with it. Do you get me? And I feel like now it's getting better and better because it's getting spoken a bit more. Men are speaking out a bit more because sometimes like say someone like me, you'll look at me, someone like me, you'd be like a lad that'd be like, oh, shut up, you little fanny, get on with it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not. I'm a very emotional person. Do you get me? And I feel like men should be encouraged to open up a bit more to that ladies. Like, I know you're going through this, you're emotional, blah blah, but me too. Do you know what I mean?
But like,
because we do carry the weight of the world on our fucking shoulders. We do, man.
Why do you not?
Because you're gonna have 35 weddings for your wedding. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna have about 25 weddings, and he's gonna have to be doing a lot. And no one cares about him on that day. It's all about you. I said this to Kay yesterday. No one's gonna you're spending all that bread. No one gives a rat's about you on that day. It's all about her. The attention's gonna be on her. Do you get me?
But like, why do you not feel comfortable to be able to speak to your partner though?
No, I speak. Like, I speak.
Yeah, well, so I think that's just a personal problem. Because I don't think you can't go to a woman, a person who you're supposed to be like for the rest of your life. If I was a guy and I'm going to my girlfriend and saying it to her, be like, oh, I'm going through shit. If she's not listening to me, that's a red flag right there. Leave. If a person's not going to...
I hear that, but come here and I tell you, so I'm going to keep it real. Sometimes though, some women do too much.
Well, sorry, then you're choosing the wrong ones.
I get it, but look, you're most, and we talked about it and we fixed it, you know what I mean? But you're coming back a week later and come on.
Like, then you need to see if your actions have changed. A woman's going to keep talking about the same issues if your actions aren't changing. No, she can't shut up. I'm sorry. She can't shut up.
I'm poking the bear. I'm doing season 1 down. I'm poking the bear. I'm only messing, but like, yeah, go on.
Well, like, if a woman's bringing a topic up again and again and again, even if it's the same issue, that means it's really bothering her. So get your shit together and fix it. That's all I have to say. And same goes for women as well. If a man's coming to her with the same issue over and over again, she should fix up, because you should fix up before it's too late. Because sometimes it's going to be late.
I hear you small, though. I hear you small.
No, you should hear me completely.
No, I don't hear you. I won't hear you completely, but I hear you small.
You need to understand.
Especially when you say, like, obviously if it's getting brought up again and again, it's repetitive. Obviously there is an issue. Because obviously with my own situation, I now deep it as well, where it got to where it should have never have gotten to. It's like, I was always looking at it from a position of comfort. It's like, I'll be all right.
Yeah, it is comfortable. That's why.
I'll be all right. You know what I mean? But then it got to a point where it got heavy and I went completely left, which has fucked me up. It fucked me up for a while. But like I said, I'm kind of over it now by the grace of God.
Are you actually over it though? Whatever.
No. Because obviously, again, you know the ins and outs of the situation. You know, like, obviously living where I was living for a couple of months. I think I needed that because I was still living in it. Do you get me? I was never away from it. I was away for a minute, and you know, just away from Tala, away from the area. I was just somewhere where, like, not that I wasn't comfortable, because it's like it's my cousin's house. Do you know what I mean? We do church day on Sunday. Our kids are fantastic. Do you know what I mean? Well raised, well mannered. It's actually my niece's birthday today. Blessed and happy birthday on the time of recording.
Happy birthday.
Love you so much, darling. Even her, like, she's 18 today. I'd go in and she just listened to me. I'd pour out, like, same way I'll be talking to you. I'd pour my heart out and she'd listen. Do you know what I mean? Like, the oldest, my nephew, he's just mad laid back, hangs around. No, the young Izzes of the world, he just chills with him, plays his football. We talk about Arsenal. So it was good. Like, I was away. Obviously, I didn't see the kids as much, but like, I think I needed that good time away. I sat there and it was just like you, where, when you were talking about when you were in that toxic relationship, and I know obviously the standards you have for yourself and the standards that have been set for you. I had that one moment. I was like, I'm fucking goody, man. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah. Being chasing and crying and doing all this, you know what I mean? Madness. And I woke up, do you get me? I woke up with vengeance and fire in me, do you know what I mean? Like, so came back situation and I laid down some boundaries and foundations. I'm like, if this isn't going like this is not going to happen. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But you need to also understand, like, I know what the situation is and everything like that. If part of you is not going to let it go, you know, this problem, same thing is going to happen 10 years down the line.
And that's exactly the voice I gave to you with your situation. Is like, if this is not parted now,
it's not going to fix it.
It's not, do you know what I mean? No. Like, so no, it's one of them. No, I'm comfortable. I'm like, if what will be, Priya, you know what I mean? Like, what will be. I did all the, like you said, before I was a messer, before I was a joker.
I actually don't understand why men do this. Like, this actual question for all the men out here. If you have a good woman at home, why are you then fucking around outside? Why do you want, like attention from every single person. And I'm so sorry for cursing it, but I don't get men. Like, you have a good girl sitting at home who's gonna stay loyal to you, yeah, no matter what, where she goes, wherever, she's all about you. You're going out flirting with people. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I genuinely don't understand. I have some male friends who've done that, and I've literally dragged them out. I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Can I give you some football analogy? Listen, the transfer market is open right now. Mm-hmm. Some players are going on a permanent deal, which they're going to stay at their clubs. Some people are going on loan because they're not getting their game. Do you get me? Like yesterday, Fabio Vieira. Stop laughing, like I'm being deadly serious. Fabio Vieira is not getting game time at Arsenal. He's even gone back to his old club. Do you get me? It's just the way the world works. Do you get me?
Okay.
Some people, you're probably not getting your game, or the pitch isn't like the way it was. Do you know what I mean? The pitch over there.
Leave
the
them.
pitch, Anfield is not the way it used to be. You might want to go to the Emirates. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay, well,
like
football.
right now, Raheem Sterling, he's getting treated very badly at Chelsea. He's looking for a move. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes that happens. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just what happens.
Well, I'm sorry, relationships are different to that.
It's not, man. Relationships, look
So
at it
you're
like
just
football.
waiting for the next move.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Some people,
not
you
how
could
life
be a
works,
Paul
though.
Scholes. You could be happy at United for 20 years and you stay there. But then you could be a Beckham where Fergie, you know what I
But do
mean?
you
He
think-
kicked the boot out his head and then Real Madrid came calling and he left. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But do you think what you're doing to the person then it's fair? Because your mind is obviously with other things. You're not completely with that person. Do you think, in your opinion, that is right? That, in my opinion, is so bad. Like, how are you then doing that just because it's comfortable for you right now?
But
You're staying with that
do you
person.
know what it is though, Priya? I won't lie to you, yeah? I'll swear to you, I don't want to say too much because people watch me, yeah? You're saying men. It's not just men.
No,
broski.
I'll tell you one thing,
Don't-
I'm a woman, but I'm still going to say this. Men cheat, women cheat. Women cheat more than men do. Men are dumb. They don't know how to hide it. Women know how to hide it. Women are very smart. I'll accept it. I'll
Let
say
me
it
tell
here.
you something. There's some of you girls out there even using that word demure, very cutesy, very, very sophisticated.
Very
Me
cutesy.
fucking bollocks. Right? What's the opposite word to demure?
Oh,
No, I would never do that. I would never, especially on camera, I would never do that. I would never ever do that, bro.
he'll do that on the phone.
You're
call,
a
don't
bleeding,
worry.
you're a scrambler. I ain't right around here, yeah?
Okay, but
Some
you
of them-
can't judge people as
Some
well.
of them are
though.
scramblers. What?
You can't
No,
judge
you can't, of course not. I'm not God, never. But I'm just saying, some people be like, using the word demure, you're a bleeding scrambler. That's what you were. Do you know what I mean? Like, 250cc. But come here.
No, but I feel like even if you're in a relationship or even if you're in a talking stage and you're exclusive, I just feel like your attention and your brain and your head needs to be that with that one person. If
Yeah.
it's wandering around, you know it's not for you. Just
Yeah.
leave.
No,
Leave.
class, 100%. But come here, let me talk to you about something. Right? So obviously, on that, yeah, you're an Indian girl. You're dating a black man, right? I remember growing up now, this is perception Africans have that, I've been told, they don't like us, Indian people, sometimes even Mondarab, it's like blah, blah, it's mad. I remember saying it to you before, you were like, no. I remember saying to you, like, no, I date black men, my mother and father are comfortable with blah, blah. But I remember even online, obviously online's online, but like you see a lot of stuff, and I've heard it from my parents, I've heard it from friends, parents, blah, blah, this, that, and that. And say, no, they don't like us, blah, blah. And I remember I told you there was an Indian woman I seen on TikTok that was talking about her having a kid with a black man, and her parents like abandoned her, like they disowned her, and saying how that's the culture over there, blah, blah. But it's foreign to you, do you get me?
Yeah.
But how was it like for the first time you told your parents, 'cause I know you tell your parents everything, when you start dating like black people, like what was their initial reaction at first?
Once a man's keeping me happy, they're treating me with respect, they don't care. It's just a skin color.
Yeah.
I think what people forget is there's black people in India as well. Just because they're not African, the skin
But
color
I remember
is
as
the
well, I
same.
remember vividly, sorry for cutting across your love, right, because I have really improved on this, but I just want to make this point, yeah? There was a girl, I don't know what her name is, and I'll find the episode, right? I know you don't really sit down and watch pods, but mine. But yeah, there was a girl, I think it was on Nessa's pod. I don't know if she's mixed or whatever, but she spoke about her experience in studying in India and the racism she experienced over there. And it's like, you know, I think her accommodation, she was saying stuff like when she would order, like, I don't know, the way food was given to her, they treated her different to other students, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it is, I don't know, it's foreign to you, I know, because obviously you see the positive sides of it, but there is a side of it where, like, it is heavy, do you know what I mean? Like, and I'll send you that episode just to watch, I think it's only 40 minutes long, but just to hear her story, I was just like, raw, it's mad like that. But obviously, meeting you, it's not, like, I don't get that perception of that, because obviously, like I said before about like the people that are coming in here, they're saying migrants, this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there is good people and there is bad people, do you get me? So you can't just, like I said, we're not God, you can't just be out here judging people from what you hear or read. Have the engagement yourself with people and see how it is, do you know what I mean? Because it's good on both sides, in every culture, in every race, do you know what I mean? Like, so now look, but okay, your parents were cool, so long as, obviously, my man's looking after you, blah, blah. You don't have to answer because he's the deeper one, all your fellas gonna watch, blah, blah. But I have to ask the question, right? But how was you received then when you obviously were introduced to his side? What was that like? Was he warm to you? Was it weird? From your perspective.
Okay, at the start it was kind of hard.
Okay.
And then eventually, it's okay. Like, I get along with his mom, with his whole family. Like, it's good. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. My simple answer is it was hard. It wasn't easy. I haven't had it easy in our relationship at all at the start anyway.
Do you think though, sorry, like, not to get into it deep, but like, do you think it was hard because of who you are, as in like where you're from, or?
No, I don't think because of that. It was just like different aspects to it.
Yeah.
But definitely not because who I am and where I'm from.
Because I don't know, I don't want to be stitching up certain man or whatever, but I feel like I kind of toyed with it, right, when I was, like, I used to buzz out my man, like, you know, when I was in that period where I was single, I was like, oh, I'm going to bring you back as Senegalese, just to see, like, what the gig is, man. I'd be like, just be like, whatever. Then I was like, oh, I'll bring you back, like, an Indian girl. She's like, oh, no, they don't like us there. Why would you go there? Blah, 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 this, that, and that, this, that, and that. So I was like, shit, like, you really feel struck. Because obviously, mums play a big part as well with, like, you know.
100%. But, like, I don't know why you guys feel that way. Because you're not the first person who said that to me. You're literally not the first. Like, half of my friends are Africans, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I don't see it. Like, I haven't seen that in India either. India is a very welcoming place. And, like, that's how we treat people. Again, I don't know where you come from. Is it the skin color? Is it the aspect that you guys are African? What is it? Because India has 28 states. South India, there's only black people. Literally just black people. So I don't understand. There's definitely not a skin thing. Like, I don't understand that. Like, okay, one thing in India, everyone wants to be white. Like, they start bleaching.
Oh, them run bleach as well?
Yeah.
Hey.
They bleach, but, like, I don't think that's going to be a thing. They just want to be white. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
and on obviously this relationship, you adore this boy. You call him your angel boy, yeah? Which you're obviously touching on what you do and stuff. He's very supportive of what you do and stuff, yeah?
He's very, very supportive.
Yeah, complete polar opposite.
He comes out, he does
he takes your pictures
for me.
Yeah, so we see it on the Instagram. So come here, see with that, like obviously you work with Pretty Little Thing, you're an ambassador for them, yeah? So they, because obviously I always do things from a football mindset, right? So obviously if you want to, like, when I was playing football, scouts would come, watch our games, and then obviously bring you over. I remember like people like Daniel Purdy, Shane Bourne, Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, people be coming. So how does they scout you from like your Instagram pictures, yeah? And were you like meticulous with your pictures, thinking like, oh, I'll take it this way, blah blah, these are gonna come from you, or what way does it work?
Yeah, I kind of wanted, so basically I'm into UK fashion. I don't like the fashion in Ireland. I'll be very straight up about it. All my clothes, not like just for a little thing, but like I always shop from UK or Australia. And PLT is very big.
Yeah.
It's really big. And if you're getting into influencing, everyone wants to either get PLT or Fashion Nova to start off with. So I was taking my pictures a certain way, definitely. Then I got it eventually. It started from a summer party that I went to last year for PLT. They invited me, la-di-da-di-da. It started from there, and they're like, oh, we'd like you to do this. Like, I would like you to be the ambassador. Started from there. And then after that, I've started working with Missy Empire. There's another brand in UK called Petite Girl. All of that. Like, there's been loads, really. But again, you just have to be so careful what you're doing as well. Like,
in what sense?
Like, you can't post certain things when you're working with certain brands. You can't work with certain brands because you're working with, say, if I'm working with PLT, there's certain brands that I can't work with.
Okay.
Again, they're competitors, understandable, or they just don't want the ambassador to go out and work with some other brand. Because all of these brands are fast fashion. Yeah.
See, because I want to talk about the mental side, though, because obviously you hear the word influence. I hate that word, right? Because
I don't like that word.
What are you influencing, Jamie? But obviously, because I seen a tweet the other day when people were like, oh, India, no, Dami's girlfriend's not a good influencer or something like that, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what are these people actually influencing? But it's like, obviously, if certain type of makeup she does, someone does it, there's influence. You get me?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, like, when people say to me about, like, oh, you're in it, I don't look at it like that, but it's like, I remember there's a lad I walk with, he watched the pod, it was Bene's episode, and she was speaking about, like, going off the weed, right? And it was a voice in her head that was speaking to her, like, get off it, get off it, get off it. And then, obviously, I don't know, I can't remember the episode, but she went off it eventually anyways because of, I don't know if it was prayer or whatever, blah, blah. She went off it completely. He was having that same thought. And then from when he watched that pod, from what she was saying and how she, like, what she was going through, he was feeling the exact same. He said, Dongo, after I watched that pod, I stopped smoking.
Stop.
Like, he stopped. And for me, when he told me that, I was just like, wow, there's actually, there is, like, I get it then. That there's impact, you get me? And that's what I'd rather than, like, oh, because I'm wearing a fresh tracksuit or something like that, like, getting called, do you know what I mean? Or taking a few people. But, like, it is influencing in at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? But, like, talk to me about, obviously, because you have to, like, post that, like, remember you told me before, when you get sent out clothes or whatever, like, there's a certain way you have to post, blah, blah. Does it get like, stress, annoying? Well, when you're, like, having a long time, stress and all that, just, like, the pressures of it?
Like, it gets annoying at times because I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, the only days I have to do my content stuff is the weekends kind of thing. Or sometimes I'd go after work. It's like, you have to put dedication into it. If you have the motivation, you get where you are. But I know I want that. So, like, it is going to get annoying. I'll be like, oh, God, I have to do this again. That kind of thing. But, like, at the same time, I know I want it, so I have to go for it.
Yeah.
Like, no good thing comes in easy, you know? You're never going to appreciate it. Same way, if I just get everything, all the brands I want to work with, if I just get them in hand, I'm never going to appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll just get off my head, and it's going to get into my head, be like, oh, I didn't do anything. I was just being like, I was just half-arsed doing that. And then I got it. I don't want to do that.
The reason why I like you people, I guess, because I watch a lot of pods, because obviously that's where I get, like, a lot of game from. I don't just watch just to listen to the conversation. I'm studying, like, the presenter and stuff, blah, blah, how to up my game as well, do you get me? And when I see people that are coming on, like, guests, like, you get, during the day I was watching Steph London on
everyone hates her, bless her.
You see, but when she went on, I was opening up about her life and all, like, you went to the comments, people are like, right, I had this perception of you, but that, do you get me, blah, blah. So, and it'll show that even with this pod that you're just more than just taking pictures or whatever, blah, blah. But I want to touch on a little bit of something, obviously, industry, scene, whatever the fuck it is, right? But how, do you know when you, like, there's you've had some weird situations, right, in this thing, yeah? People flirting with you or whatever. Just talk to me about some of the weird, like, obviously you're taking pictures, you're a pretty girl or whatever. What's your DMs like, you know, when you're posting your pictures and all that, blah? What's the weirdest thing someone has said to you? Or the weirdest thing, like, if people that you're friends with, like, in what you do? I know one story you told me about, like, I don't care, I'm gonna say it.
No, what is it?
You can't beat me up. There's the one guy that was your ex-friend that likes getting a wedgie. It turns him on. He loves girls giving him a wedgie. You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead for that.
Any girl in Dublin is gonna watch this episode, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Exactly who I'm talking about. Most of the girls are gonna know. But I think that's just a weird thing to ask. You're a guy. Who you think?
Did they ask you to give him a wedgie?
Nah, not me. One of
your friends. One of your friends. Yeah. But what's been weird? Like, what's been some weird shit that's happened to you? Like, if any, please God.
I know someone's asked me to send them my feet picture and everything, or send them. I don't know, just weird things. That I won't lie, I haven't really got hate. Thank God. Keep it like that. I get, like, just some famous people. There used to be famous people in there before I got into a relationship anyway.
In Ireland?
No.
UK. Oh, UK. Yeah, just trying to, like, fly out. See, interesting.
I don't like that. What the fuck is fly me out?
Yeah,
bro? What is that?
That's the thing I like about you, right? Number one, you don't drink, right?
No.
You don't drink at all. I remember even saying, remember your birthday, we're gonna do shots. I'll go confident. Like, you gotta have a few little.
Peer pressure.
You were like, no. You were having you having cranberry juice or something like that in Club 22. You don't drink, and even with, like, small stuff like that, doesn't even impress you. Like, you know. No. Tables, you get invited up to tables.
I never go on tables.
Do you remember? I want to tell a funny story, right? Remember we saw Nathaniel Klein that night. Obviously, he invited you up to his table, yeah. So Priya's birthday, Club 22. We see Nathaniel Klein plays for Crystal Palace, yeah. He used to play for Liverpool. She's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I was a Liverpool fan. I said it to him.
I was. Are you not still a Liverpool fan?
No, sorry, I was a fan when he used to play there, and I said it to him. I was like, I don't rate you anymore.
Well, because he left.
No, because they asked me to go on their table. I'm sorry, I'm not an object that you're just bringing me on your table. Are you mad? Come back to my hotel. Fuck off, you in your hotel. Like, what? No, that pisses me off so much. Like, sorry. women are not piece of meat. They just like have there to entertain your night and then leave. I promise you, I've never been on anyone's table. I go on table now with my boyfriend. If he's gonna be there, I'll never go on people's table.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I was in Marbella. I didn't even go on table then. You mad?
Oh, I saw, yeah, because you told me that you were there. So I saw Nathaniel Klein anyway. So I was like, it's not Nathaniel Klein. Because I'm very good with faces and stuff like that and whatever. So I was like, what? So he's walking now. And so
we were all dancing there as well,
so
we?
he's walking now off the table. So I just put my hand on his shoulder just to like say, oh, you Nathaniel Klein or whatever. So like I wouldn't be like, ask for pictures and all that. Because I know like, them man are weird with that. Because obviously everyone annoying them or whatever. But I was going to say, oh, what's up or whatever. Do you get me? Premier League footballer in Club 22 like. So I don't know, I just put my hand on his shoulder, yeah. So he just looks at my hand, yeah. Priya, I won't lie, it was like 15 seconds. My hand's on his shoulder like that. He's just looking at my hand. I let go because I was like, it was weird. He just kept walking. I said, what the fuck just happened? I put my hand on him, he's just like this. Just looking at his hand. Look at my hand, he's like that.
Do you not look at your face?
And then he just walked. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you not look at your face?
What? He didn't look at my face. He looked at my hand. He looked at my face once. I just kept walking.
Pretty or not?
Yeah, that's almost like I just see. I remember when my brother were having these conversations before. Like, oh, you saw Saka or Sancho. Would you ask for a picture? I was like, especially Saka. I love. You know how much I love Bukayo Saka. Like, do you know what I mean? That's like star boy everything. I'm just like, if I saw him, I don't want that. And like obviously because I love him so much, I just don't want like that encounter with him though, because obviously I'll be like, oh fuck him or whatever, do you know what I mean? Because these men are like that, bro, do you know what I mean? Like obviously, look, all day, they can't go through airports, can't go anywhere without like people fucking, you know, annoying them. But another thing I want to talk about, Priya, before I forget, because I know it'll annoy me. Me and you always speak, right, because we have goals and aspirations to, you know, you want to reach the mountaintop of what you're doing, I want to reach the mountaintop of what I'm doing. But little small things vex you, and you feel like, you always say to me like, listen, in this thing, there's no friends.
No,
do you get me?
there's
no friends. So
friends.
why
If
do you feel like?
friends-
Do you feel like, especially even what you do or whatever? Like, do you feel it's a lot like people are out for themselves or blah blah?
100%.
So touch on that a little bit.
I understand the part where everyone wants to have their own back. Everyone's looking out for them.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, how are you trying to drag other people down while doing that? Like, you don't stand for that. Like, if you think you're going on top by taking someone else down, just know you're gonna come down real quick.
Yeah.
Just know that. Not now, maybe, but real quick.
Yeah.
And in Irish industry, no one's friend. No
Yeah.
one's a friend.
Yeah.
Like I'll say you're a friend. No matter what, you're always gonna support what I'm doing. Even now, like you'd always like repost. Oh my God, there's some friends that don't even like your own post. I'm sorry, they don't share what you're doing. Like, what sort of friendship is that? And they're in the industry. They know they have a sort of like they have some sort of influence. Like, say, suppose about your show that we had. There's not a lot of people who reposted that. There's not a lot of people, and there's a lot of mutuals that we have together. And I was just like I notice every single thing. I just don't say it. I was like, okay, this person is the same person who messes with him, but he didn't really go out and post that. Like, that's something big for you. That was really big for you. And like, I think we were only friends for a few months at that stage. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna repost it as many times as I can. And I wasn't able to go. I still got a ticket. I got a ticket for me and my friend. I was like, if I'm coming, even if I'm not coming, I'm gonna get it. That's just showing support. People are going out here saying something to you, do completely different, then come to your face and be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Piss off with your hi, how are you? Don't need to know, don't want to talk to you. If you want to be fake, just be fake. Why? What are you doing? Like, how are you then like saying some shit to me, some shit to you, then going in the industry acting like, oh, we're friends. You're not friends.
See stuff like that coming into the game, and obviously growing up as well. I've literally X'd a lot of people that, and these are people not even in whatever, from the block, where you feel that's at home, that's obviously you're doing stuff to, because the way I am, I don't give a rat's. No one can believe you're not God. God knows God knows my heart. You know what I mean? That's all that matters to me, and that's what I was saying to John the last episode. Once you have that, you have peace.
Definitely.
I couldn't, even watching the people like me, like, no, I'm not bringing up the scene. I'm just talking in general. No, when you think everything's together, blah, blah. I can give a bollocks about all that. My mindset now, whoever supports me, clap. Whoever doesn't, it is what I don't care. Do you get me? Because I'm gonna do my thing. But one thing about me though, that I'll say this, out of everybody, I don't give a bollocks who you are, out of everybody, since I came into this, I've always said great things about our thing. Always want to champ, because you doing well, Kay doing well, fucking Ness, Emmy, whoever, that's you getting to another step to getting your family out, whatever situation that they're in. Do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you not want that for the next person? Just because, bro, we all have our own our own time. Do you get me? So I don't, like, you don't have to either. Other people that cry about this stuff, and I hear what you were saying, but it's like, just keep walking.
No, 100%.
Keep what your walk will show the results of like the end goal will show the results of your walk, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be crying, I watched the John Connor's episode last night because obviously I have his brother on just to gauge like where the conversation is gonna go with his brother today, Paco. And what I used to do at the end, before one question only, I used to ask like the guests for advice on like just to give people like just for some game. I used to do it with my Instagram lives as well. And John said something, and I was just like, this is so powerful. It's like about having a victim mentality. Because if you have that mentality, you're always just gonna stay a victim, and you're not gonna progress. Use that. See, with that, like, he's not. Use that as your fuel, as your energy to keep boosting yourself. Oh, he doesn't fuck with my thing. I'm gonna show you, because this is how it is, Priya. As soon as things go right and you start making moves and you're in certain positions and you're making a certain amount of bread, that's when man are gonna start rating your thing, and you're gonna remember who was there when it was nothing. Do you get me? One of the reasons why my family always, and I'll be real with it, I'll be raw and real. My family always go mad at me because I'm always mentioning the man them. Like, where's your head at? I'm always mentioning Smiley.
Yeah.
I remember even at my live show, I watched my BTS back that I haven't even dropped. Sorry guys, I'll drop it one day.
One day.
But I always say to Smiley, and he's gonna come on this season. I'm so grateful to Smiley. Smiley could have called anybody, but he called me. He called me, and that's why I'm able to sit across from you. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was able to sit across John Connors, Kiefer Crosby, sit across. I know Ness because I went on that pod, and that's who I am. I'm grateful. Benny and Kanga has his glow game in now. That's the game that's going on today. I remember texting him. I was like, Benny, I don't care that Dongo products blah blah. Fair fucking play to you. I'm gonna champion you, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I want people to progress and do well. B's over there in the UK, we talk all the time. I want man to do well. Do you get me? It is what it is, because I know me. I know the only thing that kills me is my lack of consistency and procrastination. Sometimes not even believing that I can be. I know I speak and I have the confidence. Sometimes I do get in my shell a little bit because things aren't moving. It's a slow process. Because I don't do the whole. I watch all these, like, look at you today, right? Kyson and Speed. They're having a shower together. But this is what you have to do to go mad voice. You have to do mad stuff. You have to do mad. Like, I remember, I look at my season 1 numbers, yeah, 10K, this, that, because I was shouting, I was screaming, asking people for knocks. Do you get me? And it's just mad. But then you look season 2, 3, it's gone right down because I'm having these honest, open conversations. You get what I'm trying to say? But I know the journey, bro. I know. Like, we're just continue going with this, and the key is consistency. Do you get me?
Yeah.
In what you're doing, block out the outside noise, Priya. It is what, because that's
100%.
gonna stop your progression. 100%. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Look, I said to you before. I remember one day, you know, our mutual friend. I'll re-nickname him, but if you know, you know. Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I'm a Lord of the Rings. Yeah. The president thing is on, right? And niggas are always chatting shit about Ireland, yeah. And all these man, I was just on Snap. I was like, I'm coming back. I'm not gonna post up, hey guys, season 7. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna give a ball. Like I said, I'm gonna cause some shit, because I know when I chat shit, niggas send stuff to group chats and blah blah blah. I was like, well, all you man at the president's gaff, you don't even give a rat's about Ireland. You don't even know, like, the gaff's called Oris and Uteron. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know that. You just don't care. Just there for show, just chatting shit.
Yeah.
People are popping up. People are adding me. I know this is going around.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings now adds me. It gets to him, yeah. I was like, right, brand new, lovely. I got to who I wanted to get to, because I know he sent out the invites. Got a message now 2 days later on Instagram. Hey, Joe, talking smack on Snap. What's going on? I was like, I'm just having a bit of crack. You know what I mean? Just chatting shit about to come on the pod, store some shit, get my name out there. You know what I mean? Because exactly what I just told you there, that's what you have to do. These days, to get notoriety, you have to chat shit. You have to be fucking crazy. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And this is why this man is sitting here, because I see a lot, not the football ability, no way, my man's a genius, but he was a madman. Do you get me? But he was adored by the people because of how real he was. People can relate to him. He was a genius. He had so much, like, class on the pitch, but he was a man of the people. He fought for people. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I love him so much, because I can relate to him so much, because he was real, strong. Do you get me? But anyways, my man now, as he's writing to me, sends me a video, him going by the bus stop in Brooker. Those who live in the area, the one before the chipper, the bus stop, as you're going towards the square. He's like, oh, mommy, wait, yeah, gaff. I said, what? I said, don't go down there. Do not go down there. If you go down there, you won't be leaving the same way you came in. You're looking for me. I mean, Ma's door. The boys there chilling, smoking, and you're coming to my door. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like.
No, but like, what was the point of doing that?
Yeah, because obviously you felt the way. Because obviously, man, are always chat. Because you know that whole.
So no, I'm sorry. What was he gonna do if you showed
I
up at your house?
don't know. I was told him to come up to mine, up at the apartments where I actually live. It's just me and my son. My son can't fight. You know what I mean? My son can't fight. Don't go down there because you won't live. But then obviously, look, it's been. I've seen him after that. It's been like squashed or whatever. But it's like, so see all these people in the industry or whatever. I just toy with them. I know I'm the black sheep in this thing.
But
I'm just gonna have a laugh. Do you know what I mean? I know outside is the real people. Do you know what I mean? That will that will fuck with you and stuff. I remember I was speaking to a girl there the other day, and she was telling me, she's like, Dongo, like I know about talking, Irish girl, like talking bollocks and all blah blah, but like me and my mate are always talking. We'd love to hang out with you, like, do you get me? We love your stuff, do you get me? Because I'm from the area and they appreciate you. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Fuck this thing.
But I don't understand people who are like, oh, I'll come down to your gaff, bro. Do you not have your own house, no?
That was a death wish, man. That was an absolute death wish. But look, I say he was only having a bit of a laugh. But I took it as that because it's me ma's gaff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, that is weird. How are you going to your mum's house?
It's mad.
Sorry?
But come here, Priya. 2 more questions and then we wrap up. Yeah. What's going forward now? What's the gig with you? What's happening with you now? Like going forward with your career and stuff. Where you looking to progress and stuff like that? What are you looking to do? Anything happening? Anything to promote? Anything going on?
Well, something exciting is coming in September.
And more collabs, yeah?
Really, really exciting. I can't disclose it just yet.
Of course. Will you tell me?
I've told you already. You know about it.
Remind me off camera. Remind me.
And this podcast coming out, so that's another big thing as well.
Yeah.
So now actually one thing, I think people need to know this. I was in work on one of the days anyway.
You're dope.
And my manager goes to me. She's so cute, by the way, lovely, lovely woman. She goes to me. She's like, oh, girls, what are you doing for the weekend? And I said, oh, I'm going on a podcast. And she goes, oh, what podcast? I go, do you know a guy called Dongo? And she goes, Dongo Productions? Of course I know him. She knew every single thing about Dongo. She's like, oh, he's beefing with, what's his name?
This is Dublin, yeah.
That
Don't worry,
place
guys. Episode 3, you're going to get the gig on that. Don't worry. If you've seen TikTok, you've seen.
I was just like, oh. And you know, I felt so proud. I was like, oh, that's my friend. And like, people know about it. And like, I was just like, oh. And I think I called you straight away. I was screaming. I was walking on the street like, oh my God, what happened? And then I called you straight away.
Yeah. No, that was cute. That actually made my day as well because, like I said, being away for a while, you know what I mean? And it's like, you are thinking, like, are you going to, when you come back, obviously these are pre-recorded, so I don't know what the reaction is going to be with me coming back. So, but I got a lot of love yesterday though when I posted, like, I was recording. There was a lot of, like, love hearts. There was a lot of likes, people looking forward. Even, like, I remember there was a girl, I think she's a lash tech or something. She was just like, Dongo, when you coming back? You know what I mean? That's a young one, like, you know what I mean? Like, me and my clients, we miss you and stuff. So, look, I'm just trying to, like I said, get my personality out there yourself. Whoever sits across from me, get their personality out, to have a bit of a laugh. I know a lot of people, like, have some stories, how they got out of situations, how they're in situations, and just life in general. And whoever can take away from it, if they want it, or whatever it is, what it is, but just here for a good time, you get me? Inspire some people and make a few bob in a few years, you know what I mean? Like a couple of live shows, you get me, Priya? Few quid, I'm gonna bin. Well, come here, so this is how I like to end the pod, right? So it's one question, so I've been asking you questions. Have you got a question for me?
Okay.
No, don't ask me, I think I spoke to you the other day actually, don't ask me where you see yourself in 5 years, blah, blah. Actually, but are you finished, by the way? Like what, like you have some collabs, blah, blah, anything else?
Exciting projects
Your Twitter handle, Insta handle?
I don't use Twitter, it's a very dark place, I can't lie.
Yeah. Insta, where can they find you?
Priya in Dublin. But yeah, loads of exciting things are coming, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Since you've started this podcast, how has it affected you personally, in your personal life, not just professional, but your personal life, and how has it taken a toll on your family life?
Do you know what? Yeah, so my personal life, I said this to the guys yesterday when they asked me. I used to bring, so as a 21-year-old man, I actually feel scared of saying this, but it is what it is. So at the start, I was G Millie. This guy's laughing. So at the start, no, but in fairness to Ness, I love you so much, Ness. Ness told me, nah, like that was you, like that was your, do you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be like shy about that or blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so it was G Millie. So G Millie, he was crazy. You know what I mean? He hit like 10 million views on TikTok. he was open, he was honest, he didn't give a fuck about anybody, blah, blah, blah. But I used to bring that home, do you get me?
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, yeah, I'm on the go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't being myself, just like in the studio or whatever, even when you're outside, you're at these like events, concerts or whatever, bit of crack or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, and then sometimes even on camera, I was too open.
Yeah.
But I know in my head, yeah, like my family, like, get on to me about that, but okay, if I'm open about my life, because where I see myself going with this, yeah, it's a journey, bro. Like, see how social media is so fake.
Yeah.
There's no authenticity whatsoever. No. Like, Instagram is I hate that app, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at certain man, there's girls putting up demure and you're a scrambler. It's mad, bro. It's mad. No, it is. It's a mad place. He knows the word
demure, doesn't he?
Do you know what I mean? It's a mad place. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna go on and have a bit of crack. Do you get me? I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna show you the block. I'm gonna show you one of the man them. Like, I remember pulling up to one of the boys. He's smoking weed. I'm like, oh, look at him there with it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember that time I was with my son on the field and there was a horse trying to chase us.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm gonna be like that. You get me? But yeah, no, like, personally, I think, like, I've obviously toned it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But the journey that I'm on, say for instance, I get now, it's my full time. It's my 9 to 5. Yeah. You're gonna see me. Season 1, I was talking about having no money for lunch and telling my colleagues that I'm fasting and it's Ramadan. I'm not even a Muslim. Do you get me? Going from that to, oh, he's now like, he has his own talk show or something like that. He's not gonna see the journey. He went through all of that and progressed, and he never gave up on himself. Do you get me?
Yeah.
That's the one thing. I never give up on myself. How do I not give up on myself? I talk about my journey and my faith. Do you get me? The people I've had on, the game I've gotten off them people. Like, I've just talked about John there, and I realized, like, ooh. And I've already been on that journey, but I'm like, you see, remember that one time you called me, you were like, nah, Dongo, like, this eBay event. I was like, nah, bring your fella.
Yeah.
Like, you were like, nah, I'm gonna bring you. Like, I remember Ness hit me up the other day. It's like, oh, we always do that in our chat. Like, it's like, oh, did you get like an invite to this, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, they don't send me. They don't point me to these places, bro. Do you get me? But I don't take that to heart or whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep walking. I don't care. I'm not gonna use that. Like, some people will be complaining or blah, blah. I don't give a shit. Do you get me? I'm just gonna keep on walking. And one day you'll see me. Because I know my talents. I know the personality. There's no, I say already, there's no one like me in our thing. No one. Nobody. Do you get me? And he's haven't even seen the full potential yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, no, it has affected, like, certain people around me, relationship, but it's my sister as well. I always say with my sister, like, she's my favourite sibling. I love her so much, Sophie. I love her so much. She's very constructive with her criticism, and I get it. You get me? And I'll fine tune some things, but you still know about me and my life, bro. You will.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm an open book, and I feel like a lot of people can learn some lessons off me, good or bad. Especially young fathers, bro. Certain things that I've done as a dad, not good, bro. Certain things I've done as a man, not good. That I'm not proud of. Do you get me? So I feel like it's my calling, if I can say, is to help young men be better men. But by doing that, I need to be a better man myself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So hopefully that answered your question. That was very well articulated, wasn't it? That was fucking amazing. That was actually tops. But no, Priya, don't look that, don't give that look. That was fucking tops. But no, Priya, thank you so much for your story, being so open, and I really enjoyed that. So thank you so much.
Me too. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
So guys, like, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and remember, Q-Lock says no.